I know that you're also involved with NAWIC, so perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about what that is and the purpose of that as well.
Yes, please. So yeah, National Association of Women in Construction. Um, uh, uh, I believe the statistic right now is there's 11% of the, which frankly, being in it seems a little high, of the construction workforce is women. And so what NAWIC aims to do is provide resources and support to women working in the field. We do. I'm on the board. I'm on the board of directors, and have been doing the professional development and education committee, leading it, and now I'm a member of the committee to develop good programming, good things that allow a mix of networking, which we all know is so important. Networking, education, so a good mix of that, and that's the goal of NAWIC, is to support and allow a path, and that support for those the women in construction to advance and to enter and advance.
Excellent. Do you have any words of advice for, say, a female college student or a female individual who's earlier on in their career who aspires to go to the construction industry? Like, what would you tell them?
I think that what I would tell them is never be afraid to ask questions. Never silence your voice. When I started, I made the mistake of thinking, and this was when I was a structural engineer, but it continued. Made the mistake of thinking asking questions made me look like I didn't know what I was doing. And as a woman in engineering, I didn't need anything else to contribute to that perception. And so I didn't ask questions, and I didn't ask enough questions. I didn't make it where any question, where no question is a dumb question, because I truly believe that is the case, that no question is a dumb question. And so I kept advancing in my career, even, all the way through. I did structural engineering for about 5 years, and got to the point where people thought I knew stuff, and I didn't, because I didn't ask the questions. And so, not only was structural engineering just inherently not my thing, but that component of how I set up my career or didn't set up my career, definitely contributed to me not wanting to continue in that field. I mean, you get to a point where the questions do become dumb if you haven't asked them early. Sure. You gotta ask the questions when you're learning, and not when you're 5-10 years in, when people think that you've got the background that you should have after 5-10 years. Yeah. So that's my biggest thing, my biggest advice. And then really networking, getting a mentor. Those are things that, again, that I didn't do. I've never had a mentor. I'm sad to say I've never had a mentor. And I think that my career could have been slingshot forward had I not been in that circumstance where I didn't have a mentor. So mentoring, networking, it's important. And you may think Justin, it's like what you said when you said that when we're talking and building relationships, how important that is, and not to think of it as downtime or unproductive time. Like, it's
Yeah.
very important to the advancement of your career, those two components.
That is just absolutely phenomenal advice. Thank you for sharing that. And like one of the things that is very interesting to me is it's in industry, for it to be healthy and successful, I do think we need people from different backgrounds, different perspectives, and sometimes asking a very simple yet fundamental question is imperative.
Mm-hmm.
And like these questions can really get everybody on the same page or uncover a fundamental flaw in the assumptions people are making.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really excellent advice, and thank you for sharing.